just wanted to say thanks everybody for sticking with us throughout this series of presentations. We're thrilled to round it out here. What's been a pretty interesting series of pitches. I'm pretty excited today to introduce Twin Peaks, our virtual training platform for live IoT data visualization via digital twins. Our team is three folks who got to know each other working at Samsung. This is, for most of us, our first time working in the 3D and AEC space. But myself personally, I am actually a built environment professional and technologist, currently a senior product manager at Aurora Solar. I've been really intrigued to see how 3D design and simulation data has been transforming solar sales and installation. I do have our tech mentor, Arpita, riding shotgun here with me today. She'll be keeping me honest and here to answer any of those most technical questions you might have. So our inspiration came from a few observations. It seems today that technologies like Matterport have made stunning reality capture technology available, but there is limited adoption outside of the building and construction trades. We observe kind of a fragmented information and information sources, especially outside of the construction trades, particular with the IoT devices becoming widely adopted, yet the opportunity to view IoT data and potentially even control it inside of a digital twin is kind of a latent opportunity. And in particular, quite interested in looking at ways to bring these technologies to bear, again, outside of the strict construction industry, to places like education and jobs and facilities management. So our vision and goal is to create technologies and a platform that can connect IoT sensor data and disparate data sources with 3D model, in particular looking at the facility management and educational use cases. In my experience as a product manager, it's always good to pursue big goals by focusing on a single part of a specific problem. And for that reason, we were thrilled to get paired up with the United Association of Journeymen and Apprentices of the Plumbing and Pipe Fitting Industry. I just want to do a shout out here to Ken and the entire amazing team who supported us through a pretty amazing discovery process. They contributed in for this hack their Matterport scan, as well as a variety of historical sensor data. And then they really walked us through their specific business needs and operational use case centered around this training trailer. And then we even zeroed in on, within the trailer, a single training module. We learned more than we ever realized possible about hydronic simulation, which you see here in an early sketch, how we began to model and understand how we might represent the physical training environment as a virtual one. So then, as we left discovery, we zeroed in on kind of an MVP solution. We wanted to recreate our in-person training as a rich interactive content. We wanted to include IoT data monitoring and visualization, particularly to be able to run these IoT simulations based on the historical data. And two other wow factor items for us were ability to insert 3D objects, to have these teachable moments and to break down complex information, as well as to offer students and instructors the ability to learn, whether it would be in web, mobile, or VR. The features that you'll see today will move from a kind of a brief presentation into the full demo of our working code here. A few features I want to quickly highlight. So within our solution, you can link a Matterport scan, but you can also upload really any 3D scene or model. For the educational use case, we had the ability to add rich content and quizzes, as well as to track student progress and scores. We'll see today the IoT monitoring from multiple data sources, the ability to have failure simulation and play and pause of the simulation data for a teachable moment. We have kind of the basic functionality for a two-way IoT interaction, as mentioned, and the ability to insert 3D objects and API integration with Forge and BIM 360. The technologies as well that underlie the solution, we used React web app, the Matterport SDK, mentioned Forge and BIM, also used A-Frame. In our discovery for security, we learned that, you know, this mission critical infrastructure that the UA works on, things like nuclear power plants, water purification plants, have kind of unique concerns and constraints around security. So here we've used, our installation is a sole tenant on a Google Cloud Compute engine, so it's totally segregated. And we have a vision and a roadmap towards supporting Knox integration as well. Looking towards cross-platform and mobile first, we're using the Flutter SDK, real-time Firebase database, and Grafana for big data sources. Let's go ahead and move over to the demo. Let's see. Let me just. There we are. I think I got to get out of full screen. There we are. Yeah. Cool. So we'll start out by just simply logging in. Let's do. And that drops us into our dashboard. Up front, we see our digital twin. This has been enriched with a variety of, bear with me here, been enriched with a variety of tags, content added by the UA that helps to turn this into more of a training environment, as well as, let's see here, the incorporation of these gauges, which are providing live readout of the simulations that you're going to see running here on the right. So this is the hydronics virtual, the virtual training of the hydronics module that's using the historical data provided from their Fluke sensors. And you have the ability to play and pause the simulation to kind of have a teachable moment here around why pressure drop may have occurred. We have the ability to use a variety of data sources that have been provided, and obviously to extend this. And as well, I mentioned the option to embed 3D objects directly inside of the digital twin. Down below, we have the Grafana installation. So we mentioned UA wasn't able to provide us with the live IoT sensor data. So instead, we've focused on the historical and having the training data running there. And we've included here the ability to kind of counterpoint that with the live sensor data that we'd have flowing in down below. A few other options I kind of wanted to briefly run through with you. The custom viewer. We were quite excited about the ease of use of Matterport and some of the cool features built into the Matterport SDK, which we explored. But we also wanted to know, to open up a range of features and possibilities that were kind of unlimited. So here we've used A-Frame to import the Matterport scans, the OBJ, and Here you can see, as for example, we start to show how you can embed the 3D objects, have menus and ways to interact. So yeah, this gives us flexibility to import any 3D scene object and to take on functions that would be outside of Matterport. As well, it is important to provide the functionality for the trainers to kind of modify, add, and work with their tag data. So again, this is all through Matterport SDK, ability to manage, import, export tags. And then finally, the educational content. Another piece of Matterport SDK that we explored and was quite exciting for UA and I think most other educational use cases is the ability to incorporate quizzes and educational content directly inside of the Matterport scan. Here we can see an example in context, training happening within the digital twin. In terms of what's next for us, you see how we have zeroed in on really a single module within the trailer. And with this infrastructure and a little more time, we'd be able to repeat and extend this to create virtual training for every training module inside of the physical trailer. So also offers up unique opportunities, for example, for admin to view live sensor data within the digital twin. And as I mentioned, to be able to even control those through a bidirectional interface. Next steps for us are right on time. Knox and other secure containers, we talked about security. Ability for admin or permissions to access controlled areas in the scan. 3D visualization inside of the scene. Really rounding out this educational training platform and expanding to adjacent areas like facilities management, provide simple solutions to expand the adoption of digital twins. Be happy to take any questions.
Awesome.